Well, when you, okay, so you ask for sex powers. You say or think, my queen, my queen, my queen, I need sex powers. Then you get the sex powers that you earn and deserve. Or my powers go into you as much as you earn and deserve, and that's what your sex becomes. But see, when it's a boy and a girl, then it has to be the least morals or the least deserving. That way they don't get mad. So the one who doesn't deserve as much power won't get mad. So see, that's a beneficial thing. Because you don't want jealousy. That doesn't really promote the power of God in a good way or a fun way. And then gods don't give anybody more than what they deserve. So if the guy or the girl doesn't deserve as much as the other one, they won't get that much power. So like, it's better if they just don't know anyway. Because like, the boy might deserve more power of God, or the girl might deserve more power of God, which means the other one deserves less. And it's just would make everybody cranky or jealous or mad anyway. So you automatically, and the rules, in the rules of God, you can only, the least deserving, or the one who deserves the least amount of power, that's the only amount of power you can put in this situation. Because sex is bonding with the soul. So when people have sex, their souls are bonding. So it has to stay at the one who deserves the least amount of power. So it has to stay at the smallest amount of power. And you don't ever want to be playing sex games with like an unworthy. So you also might want to think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen, I like this girl, I like this boy. Are they worthy of a lot of power or a little bit of power? Or how much power are they worthy to have? Because when I play sex games with the power god, I get a lot of power. So like, say you're a boy and you're like, I'm a boy who must be a really good boy because I get a lot of sex powers, a lot of sex powers. But when I'm with this girlfriend I like, it's like, it's not good. It's not that good at all. Okay, well, that girlfriend doesn't deserve very many sex powers because she's not a very good person. So that person or that girl has a small power of God deserving. That girl deserves very little of the power of God. And the boy deserves very much of a lot of the power of God. See, that's not going to work. Like, they're too not balanced. You'd want the girl who doesn't have much power of God to be with a boy who doesn't deserve to get much power of God. So they both feel like they're at a good level where that's the best power of God they can get. That's the best power of God they can understand. So that's the best life they can have right now while they, maybe get better morals and better power of God and better morals and better power of God over time or something. And maybe grow with their sex life and their power of God life over the years or something. So, I didn't go over this because I didn't know if people would be superficial or if they would care. But yeah, it does work like that. So you have your power of God that you deserve. Everybody has their power of God they deserve. And if you come together in sex or something, it goes to the least or the smallest power God deserved in the situation. So if you were among like 5 or 6 people and it was like one of them, what do you call them, orgies or something? A sexual, like, where there's a big pile of people having sex all at once. I think it's called like an orgy or something. It would be the one person in the group that deserves the least amount of power of God. That whole group would get the least amount of power of God in the group. The whole group would get the least amount of the power of God. And then if you picked a whole pile of people that deserve really big power of God, then you'd all kind of be swimming in big power of God. So it's all in how you guys pick it. And some people might want to pick somebody with a small amount of the power of God to just see what that's like. Medium power of God to see what that's like. And then a lot of power gods do it. That's like, and play games in it all. You know, only a husband wants to shoot a lightning bolt, a pile of electricity, and more out their penis. Go work for a billion gods and be a giant only God could cry about or fall to his knees about. Everybody else is going to play games or pick what they pick or do whatever they decide to do. So a lot of these topics or things are going to come up all the time. Because as people play with gods and the power of God, a billion things will come up. And I'll just keep going over it as you guys fall into things until you guys get the hang of what you guys want to be when you grow up.